Welcome everyone to another video. These are the top 5 practices that you need in Fortnite. These 5 practices will be listed in order, with number 1 being the best practice, so stick around to the end. Coming in at number 5, we have warm-up maps such as Peace Control, Aim, and Editing. On screen now is gameplay from Gabriel's Aim, Edit, and Peace Control map. This map is great for warming up because it has a wide variety of things that you can practice, and it even has a peace control section that allows you to peace control moving bots, which I have not seen anywhere else. I've already made a full video about this map in detail, so go check that out to see everything that it has to offer. Along with this map, you also have Raiders Mechanics map, which I'm sure most of you already know about, and Scavok's Aim Trainer, which is also a really good one. At number 4, we have your fighting practice such as 1v1 Peace Control, 1v1 Build Fights, and 1v1 Speed Realistics. Speed Realistics is a good way to simulate in-game fighting, as it allows you to fight with a realistic loadout. The key here is to practice how you would fight in-game. 1v1 Peace Control is really good for practicing your edits, making good peaks, and hitting your shots. Your main focuses in this mode should be getting every piece possible and not taking damage when you go to shoot. And next we have 1v1 build fights. These are good for practicing your mechanics all around, and while 1v1ing somebody, you want to really challenge yourself. Also, it's better if you're 1v1ing somebody that's better than you, as this will allow you to see the most improvement in a short amount of time. For the third best practice you can do, we have Zone Wars, specifically 32 player Zone Wars. In 32 player Zone Wars, you'll find some of the better competition in creative, and this simulates being in a stacked lobby full of players in the late game. The loot changes after every round, which is good because you might have to play different according to your weapons. Your starting position also changes after each round. This will force you to play each round somewhat different than the last. The main things you want to practice while in here is fighting and positioning. The main goal of fighting in this mode is to be practicing getting refreshes, so it's important that you pick your fights wisely. This means going for players that might seem weak, unaware, or already fighting. The more stacked lobbies in 32 player Zone Wars even go down to heal off, and that's also something that needs to be practiced. Jiven's Endless Zone Wars map is also another good map to practice in. The main thing you want to be focused on while in this map is fighting. This is because positioning doesn't really matter too much since it's an endless zone. I do definitely recommend trying to get a nuke because it's just a good way to challenge yourself and have fun while doing it. Comment down below, have you ever gotten a nuke? And if so, how many do you have? Coming in at the number 2 spot is Ranked. This is because Ranked has everything that the game is. Here is where you can practice getting the best drop for your spot. You get to practice your loot route, which is a path that will allow you to get the best loot and decent mats as fast and efficient as possible in the early game. Doing this will help you to win more fights off spawn. You will also be able to practice mid-game fighting and playing through the end game against players who are similar in skill to you. Playing Ranked is also a good way to fix mistakes because you can VOD review your gameplay and find out what you did right and what you did wrong. And what's most likely the best reason to play Ranked is that you improve your game sense. And game sense is your ability to make the right decisions and reads at the right times, which will help you win more fights. And for the number 1 best practice in Fortnite, we have playing scrims. Scrims are custom practice lobbies that prioritize late game situations, and there are rules in place that ensure that every late game is as stacked as possible. To play in scrims, you just need to join the Discord, and if you're in North America, the Discord server is NA open. Once you join the Discord, the instructions on how to play in the games will be there for you. All you have to do is follow the steps and you'll be ready to go. Even though the main priority is late game, this is still a good place to practice your drop and your loot route. The mid game, you're normally just sitting, but when it comes to end game, There's non-stop action and everything you do counts. You need to be very aware of your surroundings, focus on making the right rotations, and looking for opportunities to get a refresh. And with enough scrims practice, you'll see insane results and you'll be ready to play out any tournament. And if you want to know 30 tips to improve in these scrims, watch this video.